I think Oakland is the new San Francisco, if I may be smug about it. I love what's happening in Oakland. The uptown scene blew up a few years ago, and we're trying to do the same thing with the Jack London Square area down here. We see a lot of potential, and there's a lot of new clubs going in here. We may have gotten in a little early, but we figured we'd get a foothold. Jerry! Hey!
And you know everybody.
And we know everybody. We have the good fortune of having large capacity residences right nearby in the form of the Ellington and a number of lofts all the way down 3rd
and those are
4th
people
Street.
who like to come out and get live music and good beer.
Those are people who enjoy music, who enjoy a nice cocktail or a fancy whiskey, and who enjoy a good time. We like to put on a nice environment without forsaking our dirty punk rock roots. Think of it as a dive bar that you could bring a date or your mother to. Literally dirty punk rock roots. My business partner Douglas was and is a musician who played in some well-known East Bay punk rock bands. And the dirty part, I think, actually comes from me. I'm a dirty skateboarder still, and so between the two of us, I think we've got dirty punk rock covered. Oh, and I grew up on Sproul Plaza, smoking clove cigarettes and snarling at people when I was like 12 years old, going. Grrr.
And catching a lot of good shows there too, no doubt.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing Minor Threat. I remember seeing MDC and DRI play there, and the kids took a bunch of Manic Panic hair dye and put it in the fountain there on Sproul, and it was spurting out red blood water. It was so great. Oh, good times. Well, upstairs in the live music venue, we feature a really wide variety. There's my business partner Douglas handles the booking. He's managed to put together a residency of a nice jazz and soul cover band. We've got everything from funk to experimental electronic music to punk, indie, shoegaze and college crowd music, the whole 9 yards. We've got hip hop, anything you can imagine we've had up there. Punk rock, metal, all of it.
And you do comedy as well.
We do comedy right downstairs in the main room every Monday. There's a comedy night that we're trying out right now. It seems to be well received. In fact, I think these guys are constantly looking for new venues to show up in. There's a night, if I'm not mistaken, over at Era, and I think we get a lot of these local guys who are honing their chops and practicing their craft, and it's fun to watch them do it. And even when the people are terrible, that's actually really enjoyable as well.
Right.
Quite honestly, it's nothing more fun than watching someone bomb. Unless you're the one bombing, I guess. We're a craft cocktail bar, to be sure. A lot of people refer to us as a whiskey bar because we have a really wide selection of whiskeys, ryes, and scotches. I like to think that we cover all the bases for the most part. We've got a number of high-end vodkas, gins, rums, but whereas we do craft cocktails, we also we're not. I don't mean to disparage anyone. We're not pretentious about it at all. We understand why people drink. It's to have a good time and to be social. So we like to offer nice quality product. It's maybe something you're not going to get everywhere else. At a reasonable price, you can have a good time and not break the bank. And as I said, you can bring your mom here and still hold your head high. You can bring your grandma or grandpa here. They would love it. Love it. And there's food around here until late. We don't have a kitchen, but we encourage you to bring your food in from anywhere.
And you got
Nations, Ginza, solely vegan, Buttercup down the way, Domino's across the street, Chalaka, Everett and Jones Barbecue down the way.
Oh yeah, that's right.
There's food galore. If you're hungry,
and isn't Oakland Grill around the corner here too? Oakland
Grill is around the corner
That's a true landmark.
We've also got another great landmark in the neighborhood, Merchants right around the corner.
Yeah.
Long-standing bar and a piece of history. I like to think between Merchants, Beer Revolution, and us here, we've already got enough of a draw for people. But the good news is that there's a lot of new places, restaurants, bars, and clubs going in here in the next year. You're going to see probably 3 to 4 new places, and this is really going to become, hopefully, fingers crossed, a place everybody wants to come to. Friday nights, first Fridays after everything wraps up down there, this is definitely the place to be. The parties here go off the hook.